I'm Salad and I saw Sleepy Hollow. It is directed by Tim Burton, and if you haven't seen this movie, I will spoil it for you. By the way, I have an extended version of this review on Hack the Movies channel, and also I did a commentary track with him, so go check that out. That'll be on patreon.com/ASEPresents. You better check them out. Otherwise, on with the review. The movie starts, we're following Ichabod. Ichabod is, in a town, and this is a cool town, but looks like there's a bunch of decapitations. And I'm like, there's so many decapitations. Have you seen all the decapitations in this movie? There's like, I think I counted 15. I'm not sure, because I lost count at some point because of there's a scene where there's 5 decapitations in a row. And then, I just felt like it'd be fun to say 15 because there's probably more decapitations than 15 because of how easy it is for each head to be sliced off. It just goes boom, and it's oh, this is great. I like seeing how cartoonishly, I wouldn't say they're bad, but it's noticeable how loose the heads are. So anyway, we have a headless horseman, and he's riding around. He's like, I'm headless, and I have a horse, and I have a sword and a pumpkin head, and I go phew, phew, phew. So yeah, this movie deals with that. I wish there was more dealing with the headless horseman in this movie, because I know there's a lot of that, but there's also a lot of family drama. And honestly, when it came to the family drama stuff, I just was like, oh wow, I'm getting drowsy watching this movie. Oh my goodness, I'm not enjoying this at all, actually. It must be because I'm not in my goth phase anymore. If I saw this when I was 7th grade, maybe, I would have liked this a little bit more, but it's all right, I guess. I'd say the coloring is pretty muted. It's not saturated. It's actually not super saturated at all, actually. And when it comes to the movie looking like that, I understand it's an artistic choice, but personally, I'm not into it, so immediately, just from a visual standpoint, I'm a little bit less interested. But, the story's all right. We have a headless horseman. He's just doing a bunch of decapitations. So we have Ichabod trying to figure out what the heck's going on with all these decapitations. And you know what happens? Well, he looks more and more into it. He's like, oh, wow, I'm going to do the detective work. I actually was a constable once, and I guess I'm still a constable, and I got transferred up to Sleepy Hollow. And now I'm here to do some investigation. And I'm like, okay, that's all right. I like you, Ichabod. It kind of sucks that you get a bunch of shady characters around you being like, you're not supposed to investigate. And here I am if you're going to tell him to not investigate, that's going to make him investigate further. Well, anyway, so eventually we start talking about stuff. Oh wow, there's a bunch of decapitations! Oh, family drama, who done did it? Ooh! Oh man, the reason why I'm kind of being flippant about this movie is I'm not really a big fan of it. Nothing really stood out to me. I literally saw it and commentated it while I was watching the movie. I reviewed it with Hack the Movies, a very famous YouTuber, and here I am doing the review afterwards to date this video. Oh my goodness, how is this movie not memorable at all? Oh my goodness, it's not a fun movie to sit through, because halfway through I'm bored. Two-thirds of the way I'm bored, although there's a lot of parts where I'm I'm not sure which direction this is gonna go. So I'm watching to see what happens at the end, but it's not an enjoyable watch for me. So we're at the end. Guess who it is? Fantastic. It's that chick, it's that blonde chick. She's like, ooh, you know how you can tell by how evil I am is by how big I am. And I'm like, I only say that because when I first saw her, I was like, oh wow, she's like a little bit fatter than everybody else. Not sorry to say that, it's just an observation that I had. So she's like, ooh, like even if she's like skinny, she's still fatter than everybody else. I'm like, okay, I guess so. And she's like, ooh, I've come to slash everybody's head off. So I have free control. I have all the control in the world. I'm like, good luck with that, because that never works in life. Ever. Wow, I can't believe it was a family member and now she's dead. And the Headless Horseman be like, wow, thanks for stealing my skull and keeping it away from me. And also, it seems like, how do you not detect? You detect heads, but you don't detect your own head. How do you not detect your own head? How? Anyway, it's just funny. This movie is sleepy. It made me go sleepy. It made me go really big sleepy. Holy dang. Wow. I wanted to sleep during this movie. But I stayed awake because I was doing a commentary track while watching it. So I definitely was not missing any parts. So, you know, it goes to show how memorable this movie is. Let me know what you like about this movie. Man, I like Johnny Depp's acting. Johnny Depp doesn't really look like Johnny Depp to me in this movie, which is all right. I like Johnny Depp. I'm glad that he's here. But when it comes to the other actresses, I love their outfits. I don't want to like hate on this movie completely. I like their outfits. Like, I'm a really big fan of the outfits in like the set piece and like the town that they're in. I think that's pretty great. I also like the Headless Horseman. He's pretty cool. I'm a big fan of him. Everything else that I haven't mentioned, like, I like the camera movements. I like the acting's all right. I'm okay with the acting. But the story, it's all right. So I gotta give this movie like a solid 6.8 out of 10. If you like this review, watch another one. YouTube really likes it. If you want to fast track a movie review, you can do that. Patreon.com says, ASEPresents. There's a head here. If you want to support the daily grindiness of all them daily movie reviews, you can go to this link tree, find the way you can help support the daily grind of all them daily movie reviews. So I can go here, and until next time, mint salad, I'll see you later, my croutons and bacon bits.